you saw the title, you're probably wondering why I haven't did any update videos on Texas Crawfest 2025. Well, the main reason is, I've loved doing it for the past 3 years, and it's brought quite a bit of y'all to my channel, and I enjoy doing it. It's a blast. It was so fun. I enjoyed every second of it, but me and the guys that ran it had a falling out this last year that I did it. We just had a falling out. Differences in opinions. A lot of y'all wanted to crawl it on Fridays. I really didn't object to that ever, and they just didn't want it to happen. They were trying to save it for the Saturday night crawl, and I understand they wanted that to be a big event. But like I said, I didn't have any objective to it, and they didn't like it. They didn't like it one bit. And I never really gave the okay on people crawling it, but people did it in a way, and I wasn't trying to stop it. So they kind of didn't like that. I didn't like the fact that a lot of y'all came down from far away. Some of y'all came from different states, and, y'all wanted to crawl it. So it is what it is. So we had a falling out, and I figured the only way to do something that brings a lot of people together and what really people enjoy is the crawl section, the scale trail, the scaleness of the whole event. And so I'm working on something bigger. Not bigger than Crawfest. Crawfest is pretty big. It's been around for 7, 8, 9 years, however long they had it. And I'm honored for them to even allow me to do it for the past 3 years that I have done it. So I'm just going to start my own event, and it's going to be called Lone Star Scale Rally. And I'll bring more updated videos on it when it comes in. But I will not be doing Crawfest this year. So if you're expecting what has been there for the past 3 years from the scaleness wise, I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure they'll have something, but it won't be my work. It won't be my work. So if you're expecting some awesome, cool features like y'all have seen in the past, more than likely it's not going to happen. So I'm just giving y'all a heads up right now. If you wanted to, just giving y'all a heads up that I won't be doing it this year. I won't be making it to Crawfest either this year, so I won't be part of it. But like I said, I'll have more updates on the event that I'm going to have, which is Lone Star Scale Rally. And it's probably going to be in like October-ish. So I got quite a bit. I've already started working on it, as you can see in the beginning of this video. But yeah, I've already started. It's going to be big. So I plan on making some awesome scale features, a whole town. It's going to be awesome. So stay tuned, and hopefully you are subscribed so you can see all the updated videos on the progress of this event that I'm having. So y'all will see everything that leads up to the actual event, the making of it, the process of everything. Right now I got a couple of sponsors already, so a couple of big names. So it's going to be awesome. Really cool people. So stay tuned and stay updated on it, and you will see more of the scaleness that y'all all love. So hope to see you and following along with this cool adventure that I'm about to start. So thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. And thanks to all of y'all that have subscribed to me. And I appreciate it. Thank you very much. This stuff is real sappy, like real sappy wood. So I gotta cut it really super slow because it'll trip the breaker. I'm not really running a lot of power out here, so it's longleaf pine. I'm pretty sure this is longleaf pine. Then I gotta rip these down again, just ripping. It's not the most fun part of it, but the most fun part is building it, but you gotta do it, so. Got a box full of these things. Let's go install them. This bridge should be a lot bigger than any other bridge I made. I'm thinking it's gonna be like 18, 20 feet, somewhere around there. So I got all the radiuses made. So now I just gotta put some together. I'm just kind of doing my thing. Don't really have a plan. It kind of helps with the plan. When you have a plan, it goes a lot smoother, but I kind of got an idea off the internet. I saw a picture. I was like, that looks pretty cool to build. I didn't look up any wooden bridges this time. Last time I Googled wooden bridge and I came up with that wooden bridge that I found for the last year. And that was pretty sweet, but this year I went through all of them and it looked like I built the most amazing wooden bridge, so I couldn't find one that outdid that one. I looked under steel bridges, so this is kind of a steel bridge, but I'm making it out of wood, so hopefully it comes out pretty decent. I hope so. Hope y'all enjoy me bringing it to life. Here we go. So I'm using these screws. That's how I got my radius. I put a screw there, which I centered to this whole board, the whole length of this board. I centered it right here. So I knew that was my center point, which I'm gonna have. So now I'm gonna put two of them on top of each other and make them identical, the same radius. And I'll just put screws to hold it in place so they're both the same. After you see it, you see what I mean? It'll keep the same radius for both of them. And these are just two sides. I just want both sides to be the same. So I'll put two screws in to pinch it and keep them together. And I'll do that along that and I'll come back to you. I'm gonna cut them identical so they're both the same. There's ain't nothing wrong with using a little handsaw every once in a while. Well, I knew that was gonna happen. Well. All right. I'm kind of just using the edge of this plywood right here, so. Morning. I've been out here for a little while already, knocking out all of these individual little stud whatever thingies you want to call them. I don't know what they are, just little thingies, but I got them all done. Now I'm gonna take off all these screws and release it. So I'm gonna just hopefully it stays where it needs to stay. Yeah, it totally stayed put. It didn't move at all like I thought it was going to. I thought it was going to move a little bit, but it actually stayed right where I wanted it. So that's super sweet. And just like that, we get raindrops. Soon as I get everything set up. Not cool. I'm pretty stoked on moving these guys. Look at that. And they all stay in one spot. That is super cool. Yeah. That is super cool. That is super, super cool. Heck yeah. Drop the table down. That's a pretty good working height. You know, up to a little above my knees. Make sure you always try to get your table as level as you can. That just helps with everything. You can literally put whatever you're building and put a little level on there and make sure all your stuff's level, and it helps out a lot. So making sure your table is level, your working table is level, will help you a lot. So now I'm gonna get this bad boy back up there and start doing some more framing.
I got all the cross pieces put in. All these ones going across, you see them all the way down it. Well, now I got to cut some of these smaller because they're going to go at an angle there all the way down. And then I got to put cross pieces in here. So back to the table saw, more ripping. Getting there. So lucky I scored this a nice jet table saw, belt driven, 1.5 horsepower. So helps out a lot. Y'all remember I was using that Ryobi? Yeah. No more Ryobi days. This is way better setup than I was using before. Makes life so much easier. So much easier. And that's how you eat a table saw blade. See, it's just unpredictable. Like, it's kind of what you got to get, you know, when you can't really tell. There's no nail holes on this side, but they were just too deep to either pull out. So yeah, there goes a blade. It happens. Working with reclaimed lumber, you know, and I don't have a metal detector. Usually we'll run a metal detector on there, and if you hear it beep, then you kind of just dig out the nail. But some of these nails were just dug in so deep, you can't, there's nothing you can do. Like, you just can't do nothing about it. They're just too deep to pull out. It happens. I'm still gonna rock with this blade until it starts smoking. Then I won't use it no more. That was like an hour of ripping. So these pieces right here are gonna go diagonal all the way down. My buddy Lewis is awesome, and he hooked me up with a bunch more lumber, all longleaf pine. So I get to start milling wood again and hopefully get to finish this bridge off. Very exciting, very exciting. I'm pretty stoked. It snowed this morning and now I'm in a t-shirt. So Texas weather for you. So I had to make a longer table because now I'm working on the actual bridge part, the top of the arch, which we're gonna drive on. I needed to make way more table space. As you can see, it's pretty long length. Right now I'm gonna pop a line, so I got a straight line to go with, and then start nailing. So now I'm gonna get a 4-foot level, and I'm just gonna trace that line in a pencil so I can see it a lot better. That's sick. See, it gives me a nice straight line. I'll be able to slap all my boards up there, laminate them, and glue them up, and it'll be twice as fast as trying to line it up on the board, making sure you're straight. Just gonna be way easier. Go time. I got my first run of plywood, I guess, strips of wood down along the fence. Now I'm gonna use these pin nailer pins. They're called headless pins. They're 23 gauge, but I'm using 3/8. I also have 3/4, but for the first couple of layers I'm only going to use 3/8 so it doesn't go all the way through the wood. So I'm going to lay that down right there. I'm going to take some of this amazing Type Bond Ultimate Wood Glue and put that between each row, and then start gluing it up. And you want to make sure all of them are staggered. That's for sure. You don't want any seams at the same spot. You don't really need much of this glue. I didn't want to bore y'all with all of that milling of that wood. It's just one after the other, so y'all don't need to see all that. But got a lot of wood ripped, Let's go put it together. I got these two guys glued up and nailed up yesterday. So I got a bunch of these cut out. It's probably not gonna be enough. I always never make enough, but. So right now I got that angle on a straight line. I put a bunch of those set. I'm gonna get this set up and I'm gonna put another angle to hold it in place. So it kind of holds it where I need it to be. So it makes life a lot easier for me. But now I'm gonna add all of these in, add a bunch of cross braces, do that 2 times. And that'll be my 2 sides to the top. Then I'll connect them together and put a bunch of cross braces and all that. And that's quite a bit, but it's gonna be well worth it. It's gonna be so fun. I can't believe how big this thing really is. It's like, oh my goodness. It's bigger than I expected it. But, oh well, should be really cool. I got all of those done. Both sides. That's one side, that's the other side. I got a whole bunch of these cut. I'll probably need more, but that's how I'm gonna have to work it. Each one, glue, nail, stick it in there. I made a jig when I was nailing these. And put it in there like that, so everyone should be the same length. So that way I could just make a jig to make a whole bunch of these all the same size, and they should work both ways. Boom. Now I'll nail all those in and I'll get back to y'all when I'm done with that. This is gonna be crazy. It's getting there though. Slowly but surely it's getting there. I finished what I was gonna do yesterday. I nailed all the bottoms in, and I used a little thicker on the bottom since that's gonna hold a lot more weight. On the top, I'm just gonna go with this one on the top since it's not holding that much weight. So that's what I'm doing right now. And yep, slow process, but it's moving. I'm gonna keep on rolling and I will show y'all progress after I get there. It's probably too dark, but see if I can get it anyway. Got all that nailed up, top and bottom. Got the side rails done. Yeah, that's one long RC bridge. I can't wait. I can't wait to start like actually putting it together. This is gonna be super sweet. Super sweet. Whoa, I almost tripped and fell, but yeah, talk about long bridge. The real one in life is like 3,000 feet, and there's no way I could make it like 300 feet. So I settled for, I figured 30 feet was long enough. A couple of hours in every day, it should get done. It's looking sweet. Every day I'm like, yes. I still need to add cross braces in here all the way down, just like I did on that part. So, yep, lots more to do.